Hi there everyone, this is Ben from Literature Review HQ, and today I'm going to talk about reference management software. Um, I've put this video up because I was astonished at the numbers of different reference managers there are out there. I've used EndNote quite a lot before. I've played around with Zotero and Mendeley, but apparently these are only the tip of the iceberg, and just doing a little bit of research into them, I've just been astonished. So I'm using a tabbed browser here, and all these tabs are different reference managers. So I just wanted to go through a few points which I think are important in choosing and how to decide whether a given reference manager might be worth your time looking into and trialing. So one of the places to start for me was this Wikipedia page, which was very, very interesting. Comparison of reference management software. If you type this into Google, or reference management software into Google, you'll come up with this Wikipedia page. And this is where I first found how many there actually were. You can see the list there. Every single different one in that list is a different reference manager. So I was shocked. But actually you can whittle them down quite quickly, and I've actually put a shortlist on my blog at literaturereview.hq.com. You can see the shortlist there. But one of the most important things for me, and one of the things that it's a factor that would be very, very difficult to overcome, is what do people who I work with and who I do research with, what reference managers will they use? Because collaboration is so important, and because sharing references is very important, because people have certain standards in their references. Basically, it's important to be able to collaborate well, and often using the same reference management software is the best way to do that, even if it's not the best reference manager around. And that's part of the reason why I use EndNote. The reason that I've used other software as well and played around with other softwares, because I've had problems with EndNote, and I want to see if other software can do the same thing. But it's not that easy, especially if you're in the middle of a project, to trial other things and to mess around with it. Another important point is compatibility with your operating system. So if I just scroll down this Wikipedia page, there's another bit that says operating system support, and it's got the 5 operating systems here: Windows, Mac, Linux, BSD and Unix. You can see where there's a green, that means it's compatible. Where it's red, it shows it's not compatible. So you can see there are a number of reds there, which means that some reference managers just aren't going to be compatible with your operating system, which means you can negate them straight away, which is great when you're trying to whittle down the numbers. Okay, so that may whittle them down a little bit, but still you're going to have quite a few to decide between. Another important factor is it free or do you have to pay? Now you can see the cost of them here as well, which is great. You can see there's a lot of free ones, probably more free ones than paid ones. Now I suppose I'd always tend towards going for a free version, bearing in mind that nothing is normally free. You may end up paying for something in one way or another, whether it's adverts on your product that you're looking at, or whether you're sacrificing quality. It's just something to consider, and I would always tend to go for a free version unless there was something really good in a paid version that I liked, and if I could trial a paid version first before I bought it. You can see here that there's actually a few that have trials, where there's a free version and a version that you have to pay for, and they often a good way to have a look at a piece of software that you might end up paying for later on and see whether it's worth your while. Something else that I really like to see, I mean this may be a little bit superficial, are when the screencasts and when the screenshots of the software, so you can actually see what it looks like when you're looking through the website. Now Quicket is one that I haven't had much experience with, but I can see from the website there's a little video here which you can open up and it'll play something for you, it'll play a little tutorial for you. There's also a screencast button here. There's an actual screencast button on the main page of the website, and it goes through and you can see lots of different screencasts. Now I find these really helpful for giving tutorials and for learning about a piece of software. You know, you can just sit and watch what goes on and see exactly how someone else does it on a computer screen. Something else that's actually pretty important is whether you can find videos and tutorials for these on YouTube. A good way is to search YouTube for the product, for the reference manager that you're looking at, and to see whether there's any videos there. If there are no videos there, to me that's a bad sign. It shows that no one is really actively engaging with the product. I mean, if there's a lot of people using it, even if the company themselves don't put up videos, people normally like to put up videos of things that they've used and like to use. So if there's no videos there, that's not a good sign to me. Also, if the company themselves have put their own videos on, that's also a good sign, because it shows they're actively engaging with people on YouTube as a platform. Talking about actively engaging people, Facebook and Twitter especially, I think it is also a very good place to look for these reference managers, because if they're on Twitter and if they're on Facebook, it means they are very actively engaged. You know, you can actually get hold of them on Twitter. You know, you can message them and they will get back to you more likely than not, because this is in a public arena. You know, you're asking them, you're saying you've got a problem, or how do you do this and this, and then they'll get back to you, and that shows they've made a commitment to the end user, to the people who are going to be using this, which I think is good. So yeah, that basically covers what I wanted to say. Have a look through all the websites, see what you think, see how they look. You know, I like to see a nice looking website. If the website looks good and is easy to follow, then I think it bodes well for the software itself. If the people who make the software can't be bothered to update and have an easy to look at website, then to me, I don't think I could be bothered to spend the time looking into the software, because this is, you know, this is the front end. This is where they should be putting some effort to capture people. And if they can't do it there, then I'm not sure that they'll be able to do it in the software itself. And with such high levels of competition, then I would just disregard it. That may be a bit superficial, but I think you've got to really, when there's so much choice and so much competition, you've really got to narrow things down quite quickly. Okay, that's it for this short screencast. Head over to the website at Literature Review HQ to see the blog post and see the shortlist that I come up with, and see if you agree with that or not. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll post something else up soon.